It was last year, after some time the research, I decided to maybe I should buy a bigger camera to update the quality. After such a while, I decided a second-hand Canon 90D will be the best choice for me. But I think it's because of the COVID thing and the chip shortage. The second-hand price of 90 actually rise. Also, it's a DSLR camera, so a little bit heavy. Then I decided, okay, maybe let's wait and see. And a lot of cameras has been launched since then. A few months ago, the Canon R7 also relaunched, and I decided to choose from Sony A7 M4 and the R7 because they cannot focus on the video shooting since they have the dedicated buttons for the video setting. But finally I decided to buy R7 because it's cheaper, but since it's an APS-C camera, so the lens choice for vlog, I need a wider lens, so I tried to find the proper lens, which is 10-18 EFS lens. And there isn't too much information on the internet, and also, you know, I already have an action camera with front screen. I really wanted to find out how good the R7 with adapter with a 10-18mm can be. But I tried to find on the internet, and piece by piece there's still not enough information. And since I already have the R7 now, just wanted to make this comparison so you can decide if you need a APS-C camera or just stay with Action 1 or GoPro 9 or 10. With no further ado, let's go for it. So in today's video, I want to do two tests. The first one is 15 or 18mm enough for vlog on Canon APS-C camera, because most kit lens start from 18, and for 15, because there's one lens I recommend. And of course, what about the 10mm? Now 15mm, if I extend my hand all the way along, it's actually quite usable. But it's just I don't like extend it too far, because when you walk around you just take too much personal space. I kind of more appreciate this kind of distance. You don't take too much of the room and still you have everything around you. 10mm. So this is 10mm, almost the same distance. Awesome. Now it's 18mm. My head almost takes half of the screen, but you know what? I assume it's usable. I mean, at least you don't have to buy outdated lens, and you don't have to buy adapter. I mean, the kit lens come with the R10 is quite awesome. The second test is about stabilization. You know, GoPro is great on that. And before we start the second test, the usable lens for the GoPro is linear, and I need to find out the APS-C Canon, what's the equivalent to the linear. I can't see it for sure, but it seems 10mm on Canon APS-C. It seems similar with the GoPro, even with minimal stabilize, which will crop 10%, which means if without stabilize, the GoPro lens will actually be wider. Let's try. Now same position, but with stabilize off, much wider. And if I try Canon at the similar position, you know, I will leave you to decide. And what if I do 15mm? Yeah, this is 15. And no, this is 15. And then 18mm. Hey Canon, what kind of excuse I can find for you? How about I don't need a crop image, I can still use stabilization. Yeah, that's great. So let me try the image state. I'm holding the camera at the same position but with image state enhanced. Now Canon at the same position with the image state on, not enhanced. I reckon I will never use function. But is it stable or not? I mean, I can achieve it without the image state. Let's try. Now without the state, I think I can achieve the same. Can I? Or can I not? Anyway, let's go for the test. So I'm gonna conduct two tests, which is Canon at 10mm and GoPro at linear with stable on, and I'm moving normally. I would say the Canon's lens stable is on, and according to Canon engineer, the IBS will be activated automatically, and I can see it didn't adjust the light well. And the second test is stabilizer on the lens off, and also stabilization on GoPro off. I am not sure why the Canon isn't picking up my eyes. I have set the autofocus to human and eye detection, and so why don't you catch me up? And now I know why it didn't track me, because you need to select it first, and then a track frame will appear on your eye. That means it's tracking. How stupid I am. Anyway, this is 18mm. With stable. I don't know. I will let you decide. Sorry about the sky being blown out. I mean, even with the indicator, I don't know how to fix that. Can you please focus on my eye and adjust the brightness? Thank you. So what I've experienced is, first I use action camera, because action camera is smaller and basically you can put it anywhere, get a variety shot at very low cost, both with the camera and the accessory. For instance, you can get action one which costs only around 200. And I also consider about the cell phone. For cell phone, I know I can use it very well if I'm behind the camera, but if I want to have something to record myself with the focusing ability, and also try to maybe try to increase the quality, maybe I need a bigger camera, and I'm still trying to find a way to use it better than other cameras, because once I get the cameras, I mean, I know it before, but I already see a lot of disadvantage, like the whole setup, the camera, the adapter ring, the plastic lens. Even with the plastic lens, the total weight is kind of around 1 kilogram. And before you buy any camera, you can also check the lens, check the camera, check the grip, what is the weight. And you can just go to the kitchen or maybe go to the supermarket and find something which is similar weight, and you just hold it in your hand and find out how it works for you. Because if the weight makes you don't want to do vlog, maybe it's just better to go with action camera. See, it's so tiny, and you don't have to buy too many accessories. For the camera, they are expensive. SD card, indicator, blah blah, and so many lenses. Okay, I think I'm done talking. See something interesting, and how about let's find it out. Do you see that tower over there? That's the tallest building in our city. Okay, what camera should you have? You know, I'm also struggling, even have the action camera, cell phone, and the big camera. So if I can only choose one of them, it will be the action camera, because the price is reasonable and you can basically use it at any scenario, like the underwater, waterproof, and you don't need to carry it too much because it's kind of protected itself quite well. And the accessories, they are also cheap. But on the other hand, the cell phone is which you carry it every day. So whenever you want to take a picture or shoot a video, you just pull out your cell phone from your pocket, and that's it. The only problem is that when you want to use a cell phone to shoot for yourself, and the big camera like the one I'm holding right now, it's almost 1 kilogram, and even holding it 30 seconds, I feel tired. And I have to use left hand, to practice my left hand, and also because the articulate screen is to the right side, so I need to use my right hand to touch it if it's necessary. Usually it doesn't. I can't hold it already. But does that mean the camera is useless? Well, obviously not, because see the interaction and also the focusing system. It actually doesn't matter what kind of camera you have. Let me switch hand. It's just I believe it's that you need to use whatever you have to be creative. And when you find out, okay, I have already used it quite well and I need some improvement, in that case you can try other stuff, and I would recommend you to buy the second-hand one, because in that case, if you don't satisfy it, you can reset and you won't lose too much money. I also found one more advantage is that because the camera, sorry for the messy hair, because the camera is heavy, so you will always find an opportunity to try to put the camera somewhere, so you actually get more angles. I'm not sure if that counts or not. Okay, I guess that's it for today. So, what lens I am? 18. Yeah, this is the 18mm. So if you are going to buy a lens, the 18mm might be a good start. If you can get 16 with low aperture, that's better because you will have the blur background. For this one, the aperture, lowest aperture is just 4.5, not enough for the bokeh. But anyway, that's what you get for the weight. Oh, before we end, there's one more thing. Yeah, track my eyes. Then one more thing, the articulate screen of the camera is actually at the side, but for action camera, it's actually near the lens. So it's actually when you look at the lens, you can also see yourself. But for the big camera, if you want to see yourself, you'll see my eyes need to move left. So one more disadvantage. But you know, holding a camera in your hand, I seem more professional. I don't know if that counts or not. Anyway, peace. See you in the next one. You can do Shift and Z, so it will arrange the